Hi everybody, it's Claire back with another art journal video, but this one I'm going to have a play with some of Dina's Betterpress. So I haven't really had much of a play with these things, so I just thought I'd switch my camera on and film while I am having a play now. So I have got some of the first release and a couple of things from the second release. I don't have Dina's inks yet, but I thought I would just kind of play, cut a few things out, see how it goes. I don't know. I mean, I literally know nothing about this, so let's just see. Let's see what happens. Some of you watching may well be experts in this system. I am not, so you can learn along with me, and we'll kind of see how this goes. So this is the Betterpress ink. It's going to ink these up, and then I think I'm going to give the card a little spritz of water. I seem to remember hearing something about that it helps it. I don't know, we'll see. Literally know nothing, so let's do that, and then I might just tape the card down. This is just a washi tape that I'm not particularly bothered about. Or did it come with it? Can't even remember. I'm just going to tape that in place. I don't want to move that now because it's touched the ink already. I'm going to tape it down just so that it stays put. So I don't use my Sizzix Big Shot a lot, really. I don't tend to use dies much, but you know that thing when new stuff comes out and you have that feeling of, oh my gosh, I need this. You can't really explain why. Anyway, so you know, kind of in the job that I do, I figure that I do need it. That's how I justify it anyway. So let's see. If spritzing the card doesn't work, I won't do that next time. I seem to remember Dina saying that that helps. So I've got those on there, and I think this I'm kind of tempted to put another brochure in there because it doesn't really feel like it's going to press down enough, but we'll see. This is my very old Sizzix Big Shot, which I acquired off eBay many years ago. Right, let's give this a try. Right, that's literally putting on very little pressure, but we'll see how it goes. Let's go back. And let's see what happens. Anything happens at all. The joys of having long nails. Well, it looks like it's worked. Oh, it has. Cool. Cool. Oh yes. So I think spritzing the card definitely made it make a really good impression onto the card. Yeah, I like those. Okay, so I'm going to give those a bit of a dry. We'll do some more inking with these. Let's have another go. I'm going to have a go this time and not add any any water. Let's see if it makes a difference or not. I can't find my ink, honestly. This ink is a permanent waterproof acid-free ink, so fairly similar to archival, I'm guessing. Right, and I think so. No spritz on this. I'm just going to put a little bit of tape top and bottom this time, rather than over the edges. Okay, let's go back in and do that one again. So here we'll see whether giving the card a gentle spritz actually makes any difference or not. What I intend to do is make a little stash of bits and bobs that I can use. Okay. So let's pop this through and see what happens. Ooh. Okay. Well, I'm not convinced it does make any difference. Maybe a little bit blacker, but nothing wrong with it really. This is just ordinary card. It's not special. It's not like watercolor card or anything like that. I tried using a thicker one through it when I had a little play before and had very mixed success. So I think having a play with what you're using is a really good idea. What happens if I lightly missed that? Let's try not taping it down as well. Let's see if that's any quicker. I'm not the best at stuff like this. I do tend to wiggle things around quite a lot. There we go. You see, I should have gone in with that first. Oh well. Let's try it without the bit of extra. I'll just put it on there. Maybe that'll work. Make it up as you go along. I have a feeling that moved before I got it in the press. But let's see. So I didn't re-ink, I just spritzed. Oh, well, they're okay. I quite like those. Like a little bit paler. Okay. So I'll just slide those off. The little birds are my favourite, I think. I've got to be honest. I do love those. Oh, I see I'm scratching it. Never mind, that's how much I care. Right. I can give these a little bit of a wipe. I'm genuinely not bothered at all about the fact that this is getting mucky. I don't really care. What other colours have I got? Let's have a look. I think I bought just like some kind of pinks and a turquoise. And I've got a big black. I wonder if this one will work. Oh, let's give it a try. The other thing I'm thinking is, will scribble sticks work on them? I think they might. So I think spritzing lightly is a good idea. Seriously, I've just had that in my hand. Let's see. Oh, it's a kind of bluey black. I like those. Okay. I want to have a go with scribble sticks. Let's go in with some, I don't know, blue and mustard. So this is sapphire. Actually, I'm not going to go mustard because it'll go green. I really want a green bird. Let's go with raspberry. Let's see what happens with these. I have no idea whether that will work. We'll find out, won't we? This might not be as crisp an image as the ink would be because that was quite wet when it went on there. I don't know. Let's see. Can't pick it up. Okay, so that's all right, but it's not the best. I wonder if I just give that a light. I'm conscious I'm getting through quite a lot of card. I'm really not bothered about that either. That's also fine. So that one was quite a little bit blobby. I mean, I can still use those. So this one I'm trying without the extra layer in, just to see if a light press will do anything at all. I have a feeling maybe not. Oh my god, yes, those are pretty. Now those I like, those not so much. So let's give it another light mist and see, can we get another one out of there? Maybe it doesn't need that extra layer. I don't know. Those are cool. All right, let's get some of those cut out then. Let's just give that a spritz and a wipe. So scribble sticks work, but you don't want too much on there. So it might be worth, rather than drawing on them with the scribble stick, just maybe get a brush that's not too wet and paint it on. and then lightly spritz over, or maybe even the scribble over with a dry scribble stick, right, like that, crayon over it. Let's go with a bit of mustard at the middle, put it on the a light spritz. Let's see what that does. This is all just about kind of having that play mentality that says, okay, so that worked all right. I wonder if I tried this way, will it make it better? Because that way you discover all sorts of fun, surprising things. Oh, yes, like that. So that is beaut. Oh my gosh. Let me do another one going that way and try and use up this card there, like that. That on there. I mean, like, I have no idea what's going to work and what's not, and it's only by having that try that you find amazing things that work beautifully. I mean, even that one's quite lovely. It's quite juicy. I like that. Okay, so what have we discovered so far? That if it's too wet, it spreads too much. So wetting the scribble stick and scribbling on is probably okay if you want a more sort of smudgy impression. The best way seems to be just damping off your scribble stick a little bit, colouring on a light spritz, and then you get this beautiful one. And then the second one was a bit more watery, but even that's still beautiful, and I think better than that one. But let's see. Right, so I'm going to cut some of these out. So I think what I'm going to do is just give them a quick dry before I get there. And it should make them nice and easy to cut out. Particularly any that seem very damp. And this is going to be a little bit fiddly, but you get all of these cut out, and then I've got a little stash. So with the Betterpress, you can buy the dies that go with them to cut these little dudes out. That's that one, I think. This is the kind of thing that you could probably sit in front of the telly and do. The great thing about this play is that these do stick. So I shouldn't have to worry about sticking those down, because it's magnetic, so it will pretty much hold in place. I think this one might be a little bit bendy. Hang on. I'm not sure that's going to work. Well, we'll try anyway. Okay. let's see if they've cut. I don't know whether I'm holding out much hope or not. Maybe not quite. No, okay, so that needs to be a little bit. Let's just slot those back in. We need more pressure for that. So still learning, still learning. Let's try that in there. Maybe. Actually, where is oh, sorry, I'm just having a little look. Let's try like making the sandwich seems to be, it's important for getting that cutting bit right, I guess. And I know that will only cut one side, but I can always shimmy it across. No, that's, don't think that's going to go through there. Okay. Let's try an adapter plate. Embossing mat, adapter plate. Is that thicker than that? It is. That's too thick. Definitely too chunky. Let's just put some more card in there. Let's just do that. I think it's easier. That feels a bit better. Does that cut through? Yay! So just the addition of a couple of bits of card in there. Maybe put those underneath the plate. I think that might help. So let's, then I can cut that out myself. I don't need all that. Let's put that over there. Yeah, that's it. Little birdie. And then the other thing is I can save these bits. If I want to, I can save those. I could even use those on a page too, couldn't I? Scissors. Oh, never mind. Let's come back to that later. Right. Let's get these ones cut out. Hey, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to... Will that fit in there? I think it might do. sorry, talking to myself. I'm just going to put some more layers of card down there just to get that a little bit higher up. Let's see if that will work. Okay, that there, that upside down there. So I think the thing with something like this is the way my mind works is it's good to have a little stash that you've pre-cut, so that when you're creating you don't have to stop to make the things that you want to use. You've already got them there. That just makes the whole creating process a lot easier, because this is quite fiddly and it's definitely something I would have to be in the right mood for. It would not be all the time. Sometimes I just can't be faffed with fiddly stuff. Yeah, so have those cut out pretty much. Nearly. They've nearly cut out. Let's go back. Let's go back. It is quite easy to get these back on because it slots straight into the little groove that it's created. Actually, no, I don't want that. Raining now. Okay, so let's get some more of these cut out. I think I will still use that one, even though they're quite pale. I like those, and I can think of pages where they would work really well. So a little thing that's worth noting is not to, when you're stamping them, don't stamp them too close together, because you end up not being able to fit your dies on properly. This is a little bit snug. I don't think that one's going to fit. No. So we'll not cut him out. Sorry, my dude. Ooh, I've embossed. How cool. How cool. Okay. Let's take those out of there. I don't think I have a die for that particular bit. Put those ones back in there. So the ones where I've got this little bit, I will just cut it out using scissors like this. So okay, so what I might do is just carry on playing, but maybe not cut any more bits out, because it's a bit boring for you guys watching that. So I will come back and cut those out, maybe off camera. As this is as much about learning how this works as it is about kind of finding how things look lovely together. Come on, you. There you go. The dog's back. Hopefully there won't be any more scary sudden shouting. Okay, so the other thing which might be in here. Oh, I've got some embossing folders. I haven't had a go with those, I don't think. Ooh. That would be fun to do. So I have definitely got, I've got some tags here that have got some colour on. I wonder if I can emboss one of these. Not those, let's have a look. So I tend to have a little, I have a little stash of things that I kind of hang on to. Let's see if these will. Ah, was this the one when she said give it a little spritz and it'll emboss nicely? Don't know, can't remember. I'm just going to give it a try. I have a feeling that might not go through there. No, didn't think so. Too thick now. I mean, would the embossing plate fit in there? It will. Oh my god. How clever is that? This is a really clever system, isn't it? It'd help if I read the instructions, maybe. Maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe. Can you tell I'm not an instructions person? I'm a let's see if I can work it out sort of girl. Let's see if we can work it out ourselves. Reading instructions is just, no. So if you're good with this system and you're watching me, you'll be like, oh my god, Claire, you're really getting on my nerves. That has worked amazing. Can you see that? I love it. Let's have a go with another one. I'll try and get the birds there. The birds. A little spritz, I think, might help it kind of press in even better. So it just softens the paper. I guess it means that it will take the let's have a look at this one. So this is a Dina tag. Yeah, that is so cool. I'm going to show you how I'm going to use those in a bit. Let's have a go with this one. This has got slightly larger text on it. I'm just going to pop that in there. So these are the colours on here, I think, are the new Tim Holtz alcohol inks. I'm not sure. Are they? Yes, I think they might be. Yeah, I think they are. That needs to go in again, I think. That didn't quite press enough. Don't ask me why, I don't know. Well, that feels like it might be better. Oh yes. Oh, that one shows up really well. I love that. Okay, what else have I got here? Let's go with that one. These are scribble sticks onto tags. Let's just see how it shows up on these. I mean, that black one might be pretty cool for a black and white one. Right, let's put those pieces of cardboard back under there. Then that might mean that I don't need get in. Okay, let's go in with that one first. Has it worked? Oh, yes. Fabulous. I want to have a go on this black one. Should we go with the little writing? Yeah, let's do the little writing. So there's these two ones that I've got. One is this kind of a semic writing, and this is more like a typewritten script, which you can actually read. Fabulous. Love it. Now, I have picked up some colours on there, so I'm just going to give that a little wipe because I want this one to stay black and white. Kind of feels like that sandwich is a bit thicker than the previous one, which is very strange. Okay, yeah, that was hard work. Maybe didn't need that on there, but anyway, let's see how this has worked. Oh, wow, that is so cool. Text and text, I love it. You can see how it's imprinted on the back. I mean, oh my gosh. Right, I'm going to clean that because whether you can see that has transferred some of the scribble sticks, because of course they are reactive, so they're not permanent when dry. So just be mindful if you're going to use a background in your embossing folders. That scribble sticks or any water soluble, it will transfer to your embossing plates. Okay, so those are pretty cool. I will use those again. Now then, the next thing I think that I want to do is have a go with these. So I've got these two of her new ones. This is Flourishing and this is Growing. I'll go with this one. So obviously you can use these individually. There's also a registration plate which you can use if you want to create that idea. You can put that down. You can put that down like that, and then you can lay the pieces down and use it to create that arrangement. But I think what I want to do is I want to do some of these stems. I think I might just go in with scribble sticks. So what I might do is use the stem from this one and the stem from the other one. I'm wondering if you can hear the rain. It sounds lovely. Oh, I also love those circles and dots. Oh my, I'd have so much fun with these. Right, so I think what I'm going to do for these ones is I'm going to use evergreen. I'm just going to scribble a little bit on here. I'm literally just dipping it in and then quickly bringing it out. I don't want it to get too waterlogged. So you can see there's not a huge amount of pigment on there, but enough for me to be able to see it. Then I'm going to give it a little spritz and I'm going to pop a piece of card on it. And hopefully that will work. Made that look difficult, didn't I? Oh, look at those. Yes, how cool. Right, let's do some paler ones, or we could go in with another. Let's go in with olive. I have discovered this is such a pretty green. Don't use it nearly enough. It's almost like a really bright, springy, fresh green. It's lovely. I want to go right to the tips and do like two-tone. Little tiny spritz. You can see that's not a lot of water that I'm putting on there. Oh, love those. Oh my, I love. Right, let's just go in again with a bit more of this. And what about some, what did I use last time? What about some malachite? Getting covered in pigment here. That makes a really pretty green. And then of course it's really useful to have these in other colours. So I mean, like, you could just keep going. You could make leaves in rainbow colours. Okay, might be doing that later off camera. Don't think you need to watch that. How cool would that be? Very time consuming, but oh, I mean, how lovely are those? Right, I'm going to give those a little bit of a clean. Just a bit of the spritz and wipe down. Get as much of that pigment off as I can, because it'll just reactivate if I'm not careful. I mean, you can see, look how much green's come off there now. Okay. Right, let me give these a dry and I'll show you cutting these out. Where are... Okay. That's that one. No, it doesn't look like there's a die for the other one. But that's okay. That will do. The dies are the circles. So I'll just cut that one by hand. That's fine. Unless I've put it somewhere, maybe. I don't know. I might have done. Oh, love it. Okay. Look at that. I think I should have put a different plate in there, but never mind. Not bothered. That's gorgeous. And then this one, I don't seem to have a die for that one, so I'll just cut that one out by hand, which would be nice and easy. Again, that's like a sit in front of the TV sort of job, isn't it? I like the fact that these have got a little white border around them when they are cut out. I think that's really pretty. And it's how I tend to cut out, actually. I would not really be cutting right up to the edge. Also, if you're leaving a little white border, to my mind, it means when you add it onto a page, it's going to stand out a bit more because it's not just going to disappear into your background. So it'll be easier to use. You can just kind of pop it on as an add-on to your journal page. Okay. So yes, that one is a little bit fiddly, but that is also quite cool. I like that. Right. So we've had a little bit of a play there. I've got some bits to cut out. Oh, hang on. Oh no, it's not that. That wasn't it. Oh dear. I think I will hang on to these. Oh, there's instructions. Oh my days. Yeah, clever. Let's keep those bits. Keep those as well. I think I want to have a go with these. Make some circles. So they are just like texture things. You'd have to cut those out by hand. And then this one as well. I might as well do these ones. I think I'm just going to do with black. I've got a bigger black ink pad. Let's use that. There it is. Might just be a little bit quicker. Little spritz of water again. These ones have got almost a bit of embossing on. might have some odd lines going through them, but I don't think that really matters. Oh, cool. I like those. Scissors. Those are very small scissors. So these would be great for cutting out and using on projects as embellishments. If you made loads of these, you could even kind of cut them into strips. Got like a little thing of spots. I think that would be quite good, kind of used straight onto a project. Like if you were making a card, for example. These in particular I like because if you did these onto a colour, you could do them onto a colour that went with things on your page or acted as a contrast. And then you could cut them in half and stick them going off the edges of your pages. So these are quite cool. I love how that feels. That's pretty. It's got lovely texture. Okay, so cut those out. Right. So they're pretty cool. I mean, you can imagine those sort of stuck onto something like that, particularly if you cut them in half. That would be really useful way to get some contrast on there, wouldn't it? You could stamp with them onto coloured card and then cut them out as well. Those are brill. Okay, so I think, and then these, I'm imagining these are little circles. So let's find something from here that we could use. Maybe that. These just cut out circle shapes. I think they probably will. Oh, look at that. I'm doing that the wrong way up. Silly me. Honestly, sometimes wonder about my brain. Oh dear. It's like, why have they got a flat side? Using them upside down. Yes, if that had, oh, here we go. Cut out those cool little circles and dots that you could add to your page in lots of colours. And I could, of course, go in and add even more. This one I think I will have to do it this way because I can't see where the colours are going to go otherwise. So let's do that. Okay, so look at those, are really cool. I mean, these would just work really nicely on journal pages, even if you're not making cards. These are just perfect for making little add-ons out of scraps of collage paper that you've got left. Just make beautiful things. Yes, I can't stop. Now then, I have to say, before you're all jumping in the comments and going, Claire, you weren't using this properly. I know, I'm probably not. I'm just playing, finding out what works, finding out what doesn't. And as I said, you know, my fault because I'm not really into reading instructions, as anyone who knows me well will testify to. No, they're just not the way I roll. Yeah, I'm just going to keep going with this. And then, of course, you could keep bits of this. So say, I don't know, you wanted this bit here. Cut it out. You've got like a little tiny window that you can add on to a journal page too. Lots of fun. All right, so let's have a quick look at what we've made. We've got feathers and birds. I've done some leaves, some embossing. There is a lot that you could do with this, and obviously there'd have to be bits that you can add into your journal pages rather, because you can't feed a journal page through the Betterpress, obviously. But yeah, in terms of like making add-ons that you can use, really lots and lots of fun. So thanks for watching. Thanks for putting up with the probably very slow learning curve here, but I'll do another video showing how I'm going to have a play with them. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope to see you again soon. Bye.